This is the latest that's come out. They're
Pooh
saying that
Shiesty!
Big 30 shots. All right, they're saying that he's been
Shiesty,
granted a
Shiesty,
$100,000 bond and house arrest. And Pooh Shiesty's father has apparently had his house arrest status revoked all of a sudden, okay?
Oh, they revoked Pooh Shiesty dad?
Listen to this.
30 is now on house arrest after he was charged, along with Pooh Shiesty last week, on kidnapping and robbery charges. But Big 30's attorney says that he expects to appeal. Fox 15 told you this morning that a judge in North Texas ordered Pooh Shiesty's dad, Lontrell Williams Sr., to be brought back to Dallas after he was also granted house arrest in Memphis. Fox 15's investigative reporter Kayla Solomon joins us live downtown at the federal court. Kayla, it was a packed
They basically said, we reacted to this yesterday. So basically, they told they had, yeah, whatever, all that. You ain't getting no bond in Memphis. You from Memphis. You probably got connections. They look all that. No, bring your ass out here to Dallas, and we let us give you your sentence. Let us give you your bond and shit. You know. But I think most people will get a. Now that I'm looking at it, I think some of their ass will get a bond. But I for sure don't think Pooh Shiesty gonna get a bond because he just came home from the feds, and if you know anything about the feds, they ain't trying to let you go early. He got let go early. He was on federal probation and shit like that, and he get accused of this.
room for today's hearing.
I don't know.
Yeah, Darcy, and a number of them were family members, loved ones, supporters of Big 30. Ultimately, a judge decided to assign him a $100,000 bail amount with standard bond conditions like a curfew as well as an ankle monitor. But I heard from his attorney, Arthur Horn, who tells me he's expecting an appeal soon.
Here's a young man that has turned his life around and is trying to make something of himself.
How the hell he turned his life around and he just robbed Gucci Mane? The fuck are we talking about?
Stop it. Get some help.
He ain't turned his damn life around. He's still
Fortunately,
outside
he's gotten
gangbang.
himself caught up in a situation that has nothing to do with him.
Rodney Wright Jr., also known as Big 30, was given a $100,000 bail by a federal judge with standard bond conditions. But attorney Arthur Horn says the fight to keep him out of custody isn't over.
Going to file an appeal, and they're going to appeal the judge's decision, and we will have to have another detention hearing in Texas on the same facts, just like you saw today.
Wright is one of 9 men facing federal charges stemming from the alleged kidnapping and robbery of rapper Gucci Mane and others in a Dallas recording studio in January. One of Wright's co-defendants, Memphis rapper Lontrell Williams Jr., or Pooh Shiesty, was signed to Gucci Mane's label 1017 Records. Prosecutors say the incident started when the rapper asked to be released from his recording contract, and Gucci Mane said no. Horn says Big 30 has nothing to do with that.
No. He has no interest in whether Pooh Shiesty has a contract with 1017 or he doesn't. They're going to make music together regardless.
Now, what I think is interesting about...
That was a stupid ass statement. Weirdo. Like, what are you talking about, bro? He's obviously... If Big 30 doesn't have an interest in if Pooh Shiesty is signed to 1017 or not, then why did Big 30 take that long-ass trip from Memphis all the way to Dallas to have this meeting? Which I think, me personally, in my opinion, I think this meeting was all a setup in the first place. I don't think that if this did happen, I don't think that Pooh Shiesty was like, man, Gucci gonna sign me out, and then went there, and then Gucci said no, and then Pooh Shiesty was like, I'm finna rob this nigga. I think it was all set up. I think Pooh Shiesty said, I'm finna go, I'm gonna ask this nigga nicely to do it. If he don't do it, I'm gonna rob his ass. I think that's what happened, but that's just me. It's just my opinion.
Big 30 is basically making his defense. Well, he's got nothing to do with the contract, so he ain't part of no robbery for the contract. Well, ironically, a lot of people were saying, well, there's no proof of what went on in that room with Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty. It's very, very interesting that Big 30 would even acknowledge that. They're actually acknowledging that this contract dispute went wrong and is real. Is that telling? I don't think that's telling, but it's like he's kind of
sound like the same thing Gunna did to me, but when Gunna did it, it was a problem. When Gunna did it, it was a problem. When Gunna acknowledged, all Gunna did was say yes, ma'am, to acknowledging that YSL is a gang and it must end. Which, honestly, shit, it must end. Motherfucker, what the hell? Y'all out here killing people. Shit. But y'all killed Gunna when he did that. But if Big 30, through his lawyer, is acknowledging that there was a contract dispute, Y'all always ask me to show y'all exactly how to get rich on YouTube, so I made a full-blown course. It's not complete yet, but you can order it right now. There's 5 hours of content in it right now. It'll be like 12 or 15-hour full course once it's done. It'll be done by April 1st, all right? So click the link in the description, get your course, and start learning how to really get rich on YouTube. I'm not just no one-hit wonder type guy. No, I have more than 40 channels that make me hundreds of thousands of dollars all together every single month. Like, I'm checking straight bags off of this, just sitting in my crib, recording, making videos. So if you want to learn exactly how I do it, I'm showing you how to clip farm, how to edit, how to upload, how to make thumbnails, how to develop your character, how to make shorts, how to make clips, right? I'm giving you every piece of every single type of strategy that you will ever need to get rich on YouTube. So click that link. It's not a super cheap course, but it ain't expensive. It's only $150. And if you use the code MAGMULA, you could get 20% off of that $150. So go get you some money. That's not really what y'all supposed to be saying right now. Y'all supposed to be like, contract dispute, robbery. What? We don't know what happened. Y'all ain't saying that.
What? Then by a version of events that the state is putting forward. They're not saying, well, there ain't no proof, there ain't nothing going on. He's saying he's not privy to that contract.
Right.
Now, I wonder if Pooh Shiesty got that contract signed and actually submitted it up the channels. He'd actually got that contract signed and used it, showed it to people and said, I'm out of my deal. That will cook him. That will definitely cook him, right? If that's the case. But anyway.
Horn says he's ready to see how this case plays out in Texas.
I think the interesting thing that we've seen in the last couple of days is that Gucci Mane has come out publicly and said that he's not cooperating with the government.
And it is worth noting that last week we did hear from an FBI agent who said that he had not heard from Gucci Mane either. He also noted that there were no working video cameras inside this recording studio at the time of this incident.
So that's what they keep saying. There was no recording equipment going at the time of the incident. We don't have...
They don't have no
the
clear
recording.
video.
Okay, that's going to make it a little bit more tricky. That's going to mean
sure.
we might need Gucci Mane to take a little stand, okay?
Yeah, niggas
but
might
maybe
need
the
Gucci Mane to
cop will be able to
snitch.
say, well, we came out the booth and Gucci told me what happened. That could be secondhand information. That might be enough.
Right.
But they're basically saying Pooh Shiesty...
I think the problem is the police. I think that's the main problem they got right now. The fact that the cameras wasn't working will work in Pooh and them favor, you know, because if the cameras was in there, they would be overly fucked. Like, if the camera was in there, bro, we wouldn't even be like I ain't gonna lie, take the plea deals, nigga. Niggas would be snitching already if that was the case, I think. So the camera's not working is cool, but the problem that y'all gonna run into is the fact that there was an off-duty cop in there that was part of the people that got robbed. If y'all just robbed Gucci, I feel like it'd be like a industry secret. We wouldn't even really know about it like that. And you probably keep going on with your life. The fact that it was an off-duty police officer there, though, I think that's what's going to close the case.
Mane had a situation, defense attorney says, but a federal kidnapping case? Ain't no way. All right. They're saying Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane were definitely involved in a situation the day he was allegedly kidnapped, but the story told in the federal plaint could tell a tale, could be a tall tale. According to attorneys representing him, Arthur Horn III, representing Big 30, says the client will be pleading not guilty and denies all allegations against him. Prosecutors charged Big 30, Pooh, and the 7 other defendants for allegedly kidnapping Gucci. So clearly there was a situation between Pooh and Gucci Mane. Clearly. So there's enough evidence that even Big 30's lawyer is admitting clearly there was a situation between them, but he insists he only went to make music with Pooh. That's kind of, you're putting Pooh Shiesty in it a little bit there, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Telling
That's
a
like,
bit of a
that's like kind of throwing him under the bus.
reach, but that's kind of clearly there's a situation. Okay, we put throwing your mans under the bus. Like, what's going on with that?
Yeah.
I don't know. The attorney says Big 30 was waiting for Pooh to get out of prison so they could drop bars together in the studio, but things ended up going left. There was a conversation that didn't go well between Pooh Shiesty, his dad, and Gucci, according to the government. They're being careful with the way that they're saying that. They're saying according to the government. Clearly there was a situation. That's what he said. Right. Federal complaint said Pooh wanted out of his contract, so he ordered Gucci at gunpoint to sign. Horn says it's alleged that while Pooh was in prison, Gucci made 25 mil from the music. So he's giving that excuse, giving that justification. That's not really helpful. That's giving a motive. Right. That's a Big 30. He signed with a different company. Horn says Big 30 and Pooh grew up together. Pooh's attorney, Bradford Cohen, said the prosecution case may not hold up to close inspection. They said we're going to examine the accuracy of statement from alleged victims in the complaint and what those individuals allegedly told them. I'm not sure those individuals said, but what is said in the indictment. So Redditors would react to the news of Big 30 getting a bond. Some people were surprised, but really, he's not accused of anything too crazy in this, really, okay? So this is that footage.
They ain't say Big 30 had no gun.
FBI said there's no working cameras inside the studio, and they haven't spoken to Gucci. Now they're saying they've not spoken to Gucci. It says Feds are trying to keep him in. He's a danger to the community. The Feds tried to block Big 30's release, all right? They said that they wanted to keep him on pretrial conditions. They wanted to extend the stay, but it wasn't successful, okay? He ended up getting out of there. It says if Gucci didn't snitch, you got to delete your Reddit account and give me the mod. That's what they're saying. They're saying he already got his name in the complaint along with the victim's friends. Too late, kid. Cope. And you guys hate me, but secretly want my position on the low. Shout out to the Reddit mods, all right? Put in some work on the sub, then maybe I'll put you down, clown. They're not feeling that, okay? They said trying to turn their life around. Watch that idiot Gucci get clowned into not pressing charges. That is crazy. Saying he probably never cared about pressing charges.
I think that's what's going to happen. I think niggas is going to put that pressure. You're going to get clowned into not pressing charges. Boy, I will press charges, gang. Y'all is crazy.
Police report for the jewelry insurance claim and evidence that he signed the contract termination under duress. The other people there saw that happen. He did not have to report it himself or speak in the complaint. He may not have known or realized it, but that is the truth. They're saying, bro, Gucci never snitched. That's just lame rumors. They're saying he literally helped identify the suspects. That's snitching. He literally told on paperwork. They never confirmed that paperwork. I'm pretty sure the paperwork's real.
You can't snitch if you're the victim. What's wrong with y'all?
Paperwork says he gave up Instagram accounts and everything, bro. They're saying that isn't a transcript and things in the complaint are being proven false. Nothing's been proven false. Haven't seen that once.
Yeah, I haven't seen nothing get proven false.
Court of public opinion already says he's a rat. He's cooked. They're saying Gucci backtracking now. They're saying all he said in the first place was that he knew Shiesty and 30, which you can't really deny since he has some.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. Gucci, you might as well snitch, because if you don't snitch, I feel like niggas in the rap game still going to call you a snitch anyway, so you might as well go ahead and go all the way with it. Ain't no reason to half step. Go ahead.
With them,
get that nigga ass up out of here, man.
All Gucci really said. All right, nowhere on it does it say Gucci said he was robbed. You do know he has to know that Pooh he know what Pooh had on. They were in a business meeting. That does make sense. That doesn't even make sense. It literally says during the offense. So clearly they were talking about a crime, not a meeting. And nobody has to say I was robbed word for word for it to be part of the case. That's not how reports work. They combine statements and evidence. They're saying Gucci gave way more. It was only him, Thirsty, Shiesty, and his pops in that booth. How the feds know verbatim what Shiesty said to his pops and what he told 30. That's a good point. How was it only Gucci when one person almost got choked to death and they robbed a total of 3 people? All right, said read the complaints. It was only Gucci in the booth. All right, get out the booth. Heard that one before. Okay, everybody's posting it. They're saying he sounds like a bad lawyer. Feds say they ain't talked to who. All right, so basically the New York City worker, lawyer for workers, he's been doing a lot of good reporting on a lot of hip hop cases. Shout out to him. Mo Gangat, definitely an interesting guy that I like to follow. He would note that while Gucci Mane might not take the stand, Shiesty is still facing major legal hurdles from the 2 other people that were tied to the case. They're real hardworking business people. They're not.
Yeah, that's the Indian. He looked like Middle Eastern or some shit. Muhammad.
The clip. The clip puts to bed any idea that Pooh is cooked. You're going to hear Big 30's lawyer talking about Gucci's plans on testifying. For good measure, the reporter from a respected news outlet out in Texas saying the FBI hasn't exactly heard from Gucci. Check this out.
Interesting thing that we've seen in the last couple of days is that Gucci Mane has come out publicly and said that he's not cooperating with the government.
And it is worth noting that last week we did hear from an FBI agent who said that he had not heard from Gucci Mane either. He also noted that there were no working video cameras inside this recording studio at the time of this incident. Darcy.
If Gucci does not testify, the question of is Pooh cooked comes down to 2 paragraphs in the complaint plus 1 picture. I'll show them to you and walk you through it. What's very interesting about the picture is this is not like what you might imagine the recording studio looks like, with a couch, a bunch of buttons and boards, a glass plate, and then boom, the recording area directly in front of you. It looks like the recording area is somewhat off to the side, completely enclosed. It is not at all clear that anybody in the control room could actually see into the studio. And it's definitely clear that there could be people in parts of the control room who would not be able to see into the recording area at all. What does that mean? Well, we know the security guards were outside in the hallway. And we know that the only people who were in the control room were the business people. Gucci is inside the recording studio. When you read paragraph 21 and you read paragraph 22, it's funky. It doesn't exactly make a lot of sense. So if you read it, I want you to follow along. They say Big 30 barricades the door to the studio. They say that the security guards try to barge in, and when the security guards barge in, they get a peek and they see that they're outnumbered by the armed target suspects. It does not say that they are outnumbered by an armed Pooh Shiesty. Instead, they lump Pooh Shiesty in with the whole group of target suspects, suggesting that the security guards only saw other people, not Pooh with the gun. Later, where it's alleged that Pooh has the gun, he's allegedly holding it to the back of the head of one of the business people. And so, if there's anybody here other than Gucci who seems like they could put Pooh away, it's going to be one of the business guys. And so
I think they'll do. I think they'll do it. You know what I'm saying? I think they'll do it. I would do it just to sue his ass. You niggas is crazy as hell to me. I would get on that stand, get his ass locked up, and then sue the shit out of him. His mama, his uncle, his auntie. I'll sue everybody. You think, nigga? That's where I think he kind of cooked, because you didn't rob Gucci Mane. I feel like rappers get robbed all the time. They said King Von was out here rapping robbers. We ain't never heard nothing about that or who he robbed or none of that, but shit, all right, King Von ain't robbed no white man. I'm just saying.
That's going to be ultimately, that guy's testimony seems to tell you where this entire case is headed. Everybody on the internet, I know you want to be so right, but the accused, when they get the full weight of the feds on them, deserve more than banter and gossip. Now that you have some facts from my video, you can go ahead and gossip about what that means about how this is going to play out, because this shit's about to get crazy.
So Mo's basically saying that, look, they put the gun to somebody's head who was one of the business people, whether it's the security or whether it's the cameraman, and they're saying, well, that apparently proves that Pooh has a gun, so they might not need Gucci Mane, but also there's definitely a lack of evidence.
Right.
So the next big piece of news that came out about this case was the update on Pooh Shiesty Sr. So apparently, he had his house arrest revoked. They ended up
they revoked
sending
his
him back
shit too.
to jail, and he's basically having to file his release order. Well, it says they will file to have his release order revoked next week. It says that they want to keep him in custody. And some people are saying that this could be a strategic move by the prosecution to potentially flip him. Now,
hell yeah,
testifying against your son, we have seen it before. We have seen it before with Queso, but Pooh Shiesty's father, I think, is too slimy and too locked in to do anything like that.
And this is how they do you. Lontrell Williams Sr., the father of Lontrell Williams Jr., a.k.a. Pooh Shiesty, gets a bond set by a federal magistrate on his first appearance. The government goes to the district judge and says, hold him. We want to exercise our right to revoke that bond after review by a district judge, a review of the magistrate judge's decision. Now, when you get caught up in the feds, you're going to go and the judge is going to read the law. And he's going to say that there are two conditions that decide whether or not you get a bond. One, are you a danger to the community? Two, are you likely to flee? Prosecutors are supposed to uphold the law. Here's what they don't tell you, and they should. Because what the prosecutor does when they're trying to withhold the law is add the third condition. How important are you to my case?
Right.
Right? Because they want this guy.
They need
this guy. And so you're going to get that motion to revoke the bond set by the magistrate.
They need that
They're
guy.
trying to keep Pooh Shiesty's father locked in, and it's possible they might try and use him against Pooh. Now, over on the Memphis 10 subreddit, where everybody on Reddit,
I'm gonna just put it like this though. Any grown ass 50-year-old man who takes a picture with his criminal son like this is a fucking goofy.
They're trying to keep Pooh Shiesty's father locked in, and it's possible they might try and use him against Pooh. Now, over on the Memphis 10 subreddit, where everybody on Reddit is keeping track of the street beef, people are giving new theories as to why Pooh Shiesty might just have crashed out. And there's a little bit of backstory here. They're bringing up B.O. Lil Kenny and Gucci Mane having a song, Yo Gotti. Okay,
got a
it
purse?
says B.O. Lil Kenny said, we come to Yo Lil Kenny and
Is that a purse? What is that?
Gucci Mane having a song.
That ain't no bad
Yo
nigga. That's
Gotti.
a purse.
Okay, it says B.O. Lil Kenny said, we come to get you like bounty hunters in front of his mama. They downed his brother. That's a reference to Yo Gotti, I believe. 556 is hitting at a dude. Ain't no way I can miss your fat ass stomach, right? So there was a serious beef going on. B.O. Lil Kenny there saying he was involved in the Memphis streets and everything that was going on very deeply. Okay, it is very complicated. So I'm going to read you this post and some of the comments, and you're going to know a little bit more about the street beef that was going on in Memphis that makes more sense. It says, Gucci did a song with one of the ops that clapped Nuski while Shiesty was gone. Disrespected Big Scar. Gotti wanted to sign Shiesty because Big Juk, his brother, got killed by the same people. It's deeper than what the blogs think. Either way, he crashed out, but if you really pay attention, a lot of things played a part. So this is basically...
So they saying it's a reason why Pooh Shiesty crashed out? Gucci did a song with the ops that clapped Nuski while Shiesty was gone. I guess Nuski is one of Pooh Shiesty homies. And he disrespected Big Scar. So Gotti wanted to sign Shiesty because basically the same people that killed Nuski is the same group of people that killed Big Juk, which is Gotti's brother. They said it's deeper than what the blogs think. Either way, he crashed, but if you really pay attention, a lot of things played a part.
Either way, he crashed out, but if you really pay attention, a lot of things played a part. So this is basically him talking about his homie Nuski that passed away.
Yeah.
And I believe that was the federal contraband freestyle he made while he was in there. And so a lot of people believe that. People saying, all this shit crazy. I can't believe Shiesty up to Draco on Gucci. The audacity. People said enchanting too. They're saying Gucci made enchanting do drugs. You a dummy. People saying Gucci went against him in every way possible. He must have felt played about that. He crashed out for sure, but I think he did that about the respect as well. They said, not sure if Gucci was even in tune with what was going on in the Memphis streets, but that was a big dub.
How you even know
so
Gucci
this is
knew
a little
that,
bit more
though?
backstory, right? This is a month ago. This is people on the Memphis 10 subreddit reacting to BEO Lil Kenny dissing Nuski. They're saying he dissed the hell out of
Gucci did a song with BEO Lil Kenny.
Nuski, who caught it. Saying only way people are going to tune into that stuff. They're saying Nuski ain't Dolph. Dissing him doesn't get views. They're saying it brought him engagement. Because he was dissing Nuski to diss Pooh Shiesty.
Right.
And somebody posted the lyrics in there as well. Where were the lyrics? I saw the lyrics in a comment. People saying, what did he say? BO says, your homie's in the cell smoking Tunchi. My homie's in the Fed smoking Nuski. And in Shiesty's recent song, FDO, he said, he ain't dead, but I got homies in the Fed smoking Lil Wayne Tunchi. Some saying it's a play on that line, while also putting fire under the rumor that Stupid Duke killed Nuski. It said, car playing with fire, Nuski ain't the one to be dissing. Saying everybody been dissing Nuski and nothing happened about it. Duke, Jizzle, Moo, Slime, you'll be D-eating, okay? So people go on there saying, if you think BEO gives a F about dissing Nuski, he got real power in the city. Says Duke ain't never getting out, and Moo Slime got a bunch of dead homies, so he's just talking. Ain't no one invincible. Nuski was a big face in the city. I'm just saying this won't go unnoticed, and we get it. You're a BEO fanboy, okay? So this is definitely getting messy, right? They're saying he's going to get killed for speaking on Nuski. And Gucci Mane doing a song with BO Lil Kenny is actually pretty spicy. So there's a rumor that Nuski was a top hitter for, you know, Pooh Shiesty and his crew. This is a quick little Big 30 lyric where he basically said Nuski had damn near 9 kills. So Big 30 seems to be confirming he's got 8 bodies. Let me see if you can hear this. I'm gonna play it real quick so I don't get in trouble. Listen to this. Said Nuski damn near left with 9 kills. Right? People saying it's cap rap. Right, but Nuski was a known stepper. I know he had bodies, but maybe not that many. But yeah. So there's rumors going around on the Memphis subreddit that CEO Jizzle has 2 bodies, and one of them was Nuski, and the other one was Big Juk. Okay, that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying, but I can't confirm these reports. These are just Reddit rumors. So there's a lot more drama going on beyond Gucci Mane. Okay, Atlanta is down 1 billion points right now. And after 21 Savage basically dissed Gucci, he was playing the FDO song, bopping along with a little mischievous smirk on his face. It was obvious that that was a reference to what was going on, and he was low-key dropping shade on Gucci Mane. And Sedi Nash has now gone off on 21 Savage for dissing Gucci Mane, and basically he's saying that, you know, YF and Lucci got robbed. There was rumors that they got beaten up and robbed. That's what Sedi Nash is putting out there. Let's hear what you had to say.
I don't ever want to come off as picking and choosing and all that, but 21 Savage, we cool. So I'm going to just ask this simple question. When they whipped your ass at 404 Day a couple years ago and snatched your car, right? Gucci Mane didn't make fun of you, but you making fun of Gucci Mane for getting robbed. You want to play FDO and all this shit and everything. Should have went up to Boulder Crest. But that's throwing me because you got robbed and beat up at 404 Day. And now you're making fun of Gucci. So why don't we replace the G and put the L in? Why don't you make fun of YF and Lucci? They did the same shit to him. They beat his ass and took his chain off of his neck. That happened this year too. So, I mean, you gonna make fun of him as well? Like I say, Savage, we still cool. I just don't understand how you gonna diss Gucci Mane all. people, and nobody better not say, oh no, he was actually calling him a snitch. He would have called him a snitch. He's trolling Gucci Mane for getting robbed. But I want to understand something. Why the hell are you doing that, but you won't troll YF and Lucci? Because Gucci Mane didn't trip when you got your ass beat and robbed at 404 day and they took your car. He still did songs with you throughout the years. Just crazy how you just want to throw that shit away. But make fun of Lucci too. Can you do that, please?
He's saying make fun of Lucci too for getting robbed. I didn't know Lucci got robbed, man. I'm a fan of Lucci, but that is sad to hear. Pooh says, I don't care if he's telling the truth or gossiping cap. Why do dudes keep entertaining these types of weirdos in their content? They're saying 21 and Nudie low-key been going over at Gucci over East Atlanta since 2018. Outsiders need to just shut up. They're saying said he got to be slow. Getting robbed comes with being in the streets. It's always a possibility. Savage wouldn't just diss Gucci just because he got robbed. He throwing out shots because Gucci ratted. If Savage did get robbed, what happened after? Did he point out who robbed him?
Niggas is lame as hell, if you ask me. Like, you know,
Instagram page to the police? No, then it's not the same.
Like, have you ever seen a white rich rapper or a white rich businessman get robbed and somebody, his white counterparts make fun of him? Usually the white counterparts be, hey, bro, you good, bro? What the fuck? You need something, bro? He got robbed, man. That's crazy. You know, I know we have our differences, but man, I don't want him to get robbed, man. That's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's usually how I've never in my life seen a white person get on Instagram or get on the internet and laugh and troll another white person for getting robbed. Another white businessman for getting robbed. I've never seen that. Or care that he ratted. Like, this shit is fuck y'all niggas. Hey, boy, it gets to the point where it's like you trying to preach to a crowd. It's like me trying to scream and yell to a crowd full of motherfuckers that's deaf. Like, y'all can't hear. So, and I'm sitting on the stage screaming. I look stupid. So it's like at a certain point, it's like, why keep saying the same shit? But I really only reason I double down on trying to get y'all to understand how stupid our culture is and this shit is killing us is because even though it might be 100 million deaf motherfuckers that can't hear me, it might be 1,000 niggas that can hear me. You know what I'm saying? So shit.
Crazy, man. They sent 21 bogus. Him and Nudie were laughing at Pablo Juan getting robbed back in the day too. So that's all going around. And to no surprise, basically, 21 Savage, the king backtrack, okay, master backtrack. He backtracked on the whole thing. He said, listen to 50 songs on live that ain't got shit to do, nothing to do with the situation. He denied dissing Gucci after listening to FDO. But that was the only clip I saw going around. These dudes ain't slow, especially 21. Stop the cap. Why even play that song? I'm starting to hate this guy. He knows what he be doing, but as soon as somebody calls it out, he denies it. King backtrack, okay? Forget about King Song. We got King backtrack, okay? So Kodak Black would also weigh in with his thoughts on the situation, the Gucci Mane robbery as well. This is what he said.
Shit, I throw that shit like, man, damn, man. I don't put these niggas on phone, made these niggas, not saying like, settle that little shit or whatever the fuck. I'm out of brr, but you know, shit, damn, that shit right there crazy, you know. That shit crazy. That shit fucked up. Cause like, I ain't gonna lie, right? I'm artists who ever like don't say fuck fucking with me and shit like that. They man, everybody's on a lifetime contract. Like man, bitch, ain't no termination, nigga.
Okay.
Fuck that. Yeah. You know why? Cause like people be getting tired of people around. Like, oh, we for lifers. Nah, fuck that. Ain't none of that shit for life. Alright, show that. Sign this lifetime contract, homie. Sign this, homie. Right. Sign this, homie. Cause now what, bro? Or what? Oh, dog, we gonna motherfucking niggas gonna stage a fall out. Oh, what we doing, bro? What we doing? Bitch, the same shit we doing. The same shit we been doing. Oh, fuck.
I don't know what he's saying.
You know, Gucci definitely feeling it as far as somebody that he actually put on and showed love to. Just completely sliming him. It's messed up, okay? And now another friend...
Look how Pooh Shiesty. This screenshot is crazy. Look how Pooh Shiesty looking at that money. Like, nigga, I'll take his shit right now. Let me
channel another illustrious rapper, my guy, Finesse 2 times, okay? He would draw from his own negative experiences dealing with labels and basically push back against people that told him to go out like Pooh Shiesty with his label situation.
Right.
Let's hear what
they all gonna tell you to go out like that because they fucking stupid. And if a nigga tell you to ever do that, you just keep from around that nigga.
And for all the people who telling me to go out like Pooh Shiesty, I'm not going out like no Pooh Shiesty.
I'm not going out like no Pooh Shiesty. Hell no, I ain't going out like no damn Pooh Shiesty. I'm calling the po-po.
Call the popo, huh?
The lawyers, the police. I ain't going out like that. That's what y'all dumb ass nigga. They gonna convince you that that's real. Yeah, that's a real way to do it. Yeah, I ain't doing all that fake shit. Yeah.
I'm 34 years old. Pooh Shiesty was 24, 25. He still had a lot more learning to do. He still had a lot more growing to do. Man, you can't pay me to be around no niggas.
Tell you.
Who want to shoot somebody?
Tell you.
Who want to kill somebody? That's all you want to do.
I tell you.
You don't want to get no money.
You don't want to get no money. You don't want to take care of no kids. You don't want to have no fun time. You don't want to get on no yacht. You don't want to have fun. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get no, nigga don't want to get no lap dance. Nigga don't want to play the game. Motherfucker don't want to get high, crack jokes, karaoke. Motherfucker don't want to do nothing. You just want to get a gun, shoot nigga, rob nigga, gang, bang, bang. You can't pay me to be around that nigga, boy.
You don't want to know, kill people.
See, the difference between niggas like Finesse 2 Times and me is everything he's saying. I just realized that when I was 18. A lot of niggas, it take them. I'm not one of them niggas, bro. I ain't the nigga. I ain't gotta go to prison. I don't gotta get shot and be in a hospital fucking 5 minutes away from death and come back to life. And I ain't gotta do all this shit these niggas be doing to understand, like, hey, I don't want to do that. Like, this shit clicked for me real quick. I'm a fast learner, my nigga. Real deal. I learn fast. So from the ages of 13 to about 17, I was doing the dumb shit. By the time I'm about 18, I'm like, okay, I was still a dumb motherfucker at 18. This was like 10 years ago now. 9.5. 18, I was stupid. But, nigga, I wasn't that stupid no more. Fuck you.
6. I don't want you around me. And watch my pockets.
Right.
And look at my girl.
Right.
See, me, if that was me,
Is he taking a shit?
I wouldn't have been the one. Gangster is keeping your hand clean.
Yeah.
Gangster is being free with your kids.
That's what I
Gangster-
said too. Like, if I was gonna rob the nigga and make him do it, I'm not finna go in there. I'm not gonna do it. What the fuck? That's why when Seti Nash said he had the Crips do it, I'm like, okay, that was like fucking genius. I mean, you still could get caught, but I mean, shit. If you gonna crash out, at least crash out the smart way, my nigga. What the fuck?
That's what I learned that gangster is. The new gangster is crashing out.
Yep.
And if that's the new gangster, then I'm not a gangster.
That's the new gangster, bro.
You feel me?
The new gangster is crashing out.
If being a crash out is a gangster, I'm not.
You gotta understand where life went at this point, gang. Gangster, let's say gangster started in the 1920s, right? And for a long time, the 1920s all the way to probably like the 90s, the 80s and 90s, I would say being a gangster was looked down upon. It was shunned upon. If you was a gangster, you was doing that other shit. You was over there with it. Most people didn't do that or even try to do that. But then the 80s and the 90s came and you had NWA come out. You feel me? You had all this gangster rap come out. So now it's cool to be a gangster. You see how that work? So now that it's cool to be a gangster, you got a bunch of niggas who ain't gangster and ain't got no reason to be gangster. You got niggas trying to be gangster every day. It's not like Al Capone was making money. He had the mob. They was killing niggas. All that shit was like a business. But it wasn't looked at like, oh, yeah, I want to be a gangster like that. Yeah. Oh, my God. It wasn't like that until like the 90s. But really, the 90s is what started it. But what really set it off was Chief Keef. When Chief Keef came out and blew up crazy and the whole Chicago drill scene happened, that changed the whole country. And slowly it started changing the whole world. Because fast forward 14 years now to 2026, now it's so cool to be gangster that niggas are willing to do the craziest, most crash out, just off the wall shit to try to prove that they gangster, because it's like a bunch of people having a fitting in contest. All these people are trying to fit in to the gangster image and they willing to do anything because being a gangster is quote unquote so cool now. So you got kids coming out here that's really getting into it with niggas for no reason, shooting at niggas for no reason, getting ops, going to jail, telling on themselves, snitching on themselves, shooting a nigga on Instagram Live. You got all this shit happening and they not even thinking like, oh wow, I can go to jail. All they thinking about, the only thing on their mind is, I can show these niggas I'm really gangster.
I'm not a gangster. I'm a man. I'm a father.
man.
I'm a son. I'm a big brother, an uncle.
Right.
And other shit.
It's capped
So,
out.
hey, Junior, I said all this to say, quit sending that mind in me. Quit just letting him come in me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can make a diss song about Honeycomb Brazy. And get what? The diss song can go platinum. Double, triple, quadruple, dime.
So basically, he's saying he doesn't want to crash out like Pooh Shiesty. There's no need for it. Now, the last thing I want to show you is some more background on Nuski, because a lot of people feel like actually this murder and Pooh Shiesty feeling a type of way about this. Combine that with a Big Scar situation, the fact Gucci Mane was dropping songs with one of the people who was dissing Nuski. It makes sense because Nuski was a serious factor over there, okay? This is the death of Nuski. It says Nuski, or Big Nuski, was a known member of KSBG and Bread Gang who lost his life to gun violence on January the 22nd, 2022 in Whitehaven. He was on 3723 Kazasa Road in the KSBG hood. When he was shot, he was pronounced dead at the scene.
26 years old. It's crazy.
Years old. Allegedly, young M8B killed him. He was the cousin of Rodney Big 30 Wright Jr. from KSBG, and he was loved throughout Memphis, even being close with the rapper DeMario Moneybag Yo White Jr. Nuski was a known shooter and allegedly had shot Brian Stupid Duke Lackland in the leg. Nuski and other KSBG members slid on Buntin Street and shot Jojo Splat and 2 other Trula Mafia members. This was retaliation for Jalen J. Mula Rhodes, allegedly shooting Clay D in the face. Nuski also shot Mo Mafia in the eye before Mo Mafia was killed. There's also rumors that Nuski allegedly shot Marcus and Double O, RIP Nuski. And then people are talking about how Big 30 said that he had 7 bodies or 9 bodies. I think it was saying 8. He said damn near 8, so that'd be 7.
Damn near 9.
Damn near 9, so that'd be 8 really. So yeah, it is a lot going on. Okay, it's a lot going on. So look, I'm digging into this situation even more deeply at the moment.
Yeah, so I ain't even know that all that shit could be tied into each other, man. You never know what made him crash, but man, crashing ain't cool. Fuck you.